Hey, HannahMouse1 here. Welcome to another devlog video for A Farmer's Life, the farming game that I'm making in Scratch. In this video, I'll be adding in character customization into the game. I started by recoloring the player to be in different shades of red. This will allow me to change the color and brightness effects of the sprite to give the player basically any skin color and make it so that the skin color can be changed in-game. I also altered the way that the player is animated slightly to reduce the number of costumes that I need, which considering that this sprite is going to have a lot of costumes was pretty vital. Then I split the player sprite in two, one for the upper and one for the lower body. This will be important later. Next, I made the art for the overalls, which will still be the default outfit for the player. Eventually, you'll be able to buy and or craft other outfits, but this is what you get for now. And I got those to render over the player's body. Then I added in the player's eyes in any frames that they'd be visible, and the eyes are something else that the player will be able to recolor to their preference. And then I moved on to the first of many hairstyles, which is a basic short hair. I also experimented with adding eyebrows, but given the small amount of pixels I had to work with, they looked really weird, so I axed that. And then I did the art for these shoes. Something that I really wanted to improve on in this animation upgrade is the animation for when tools are used. Before, all tools used the exact same animation regardless of what type and level of tool was used, but I really wanted to have a visual difference for each, so I drew each tool being used in each direction and then went through and copied then recolored each of the tools for the 4 level varieties: the basic, the copper, the iron and the gold. It was a lot of work, but it was really worth it, and I used the names of the costumes to really easily set which tool is being drawn at any given time based on the selected tool, the tool's level and the frame of animation. Next, I wanted to make it so that if you're in the quarry and have the bomb selected, you'll hold it over your head, which is a key reason that I wanted the body and leg sprites to be split in two. I redrew the body sprites to have the arms raised and got this to display when the player is holding a bomb. I had to draw the torso for the overalls in the same position and also had to draw the bombs and get those rendering above the player's head. And then it was the art for the different cosmetic variations, starting with another longer hairstyle option as well as glasses. These will be considered an extra cosmetic option, as will things like facial hair, and the player will only be able to have one of these selected at any given time. So they could have glasses or they could have a beard, but not both. I got these to render before moving on to the aforementioned beard. I then moved on to the UI for the character customization menu with labels for the different aspects of the player that you can modify. I started by using a larger font for this, but I eventually decided that the smaller letters would look less cluttered. And I then needed to make some UI to display which hairstyle or extra is selected, and for this I needed to create a list of all the character info that the UI can get the appropriate information from to display. For the other customizable elements, namely the colors and brightnesses of each of the elements, we needed sliders. So I made the UI for this, which was made of 2 different sprites, a bar and a handle, and got one of these to display for each element, with the handle position correctly reflecting the default value of each element. I made it so that these sliders can slide with a nice little mouse over effect for the handle. I made it so that the sliders modify the appropriate value in the character list, and I made it so that you can see your avatar on screen as you edit it, so you know what your end result will look like. To get the hair to display in a modular way, I renamed them so that I can set it with a variable rather than having to code it in for each separate style. I also made a play button for once you're satisfied with your design, and I got that displaying correctly and functioning appropriately. And then I had to go through and make sure that the players in-game reflect all the players' customization options correctly, so pulling costumes and brightnesses and colors from the list every time the player is rendered, and only displaying hair and extras if and when necessary. From here, I just need to add in a few more hair and extras options, and I'll probably add in 1 or 2 of each in every devlog until we have a decent variety so that the player feels like they can properly put themselves into their character. And that's all I got done for this week, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you did. It lets me know there's something you want to see more of. Join the Discord, link down below, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!